as the cruise director, you're really the face of the ship.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're on board, and really no matter what the entertainment is, Brad is the guy that you're going to see all about the ship.
All the time.
He has a great staff that runs individual events,
yes.
but Brad is really the guy in charge of making sure that you have an absolutely fantastic time.
Yes.
I tell all of my guests that cruising is the least expensive and the most expensive vacation you can ever take. And the reason I say that is because you're going to get on board, and for the price of like a Red Roof Inn at any destination, it's going to include your lodging, trips to exotic islands, mostly all your food.
For the most part.
Upcharges for different steakhouses and things of that nature. But the entertainment is all included.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally like going to a destination, having everything thrown in for a Red Roof Inn price.
Exactly, yeah.
And the reason that the most expensive is if you're like me and just about anybody that goes on their first cruise, once you do it once, you tend to want to do it over and over again.
Yeah.
So you'll definitely be saving for the next cruise.
It's good because, like, entertainment-wise, all the big shows that you'll see on the ships, you're not paying extra to come see them. Like, there's no ticket process. It's just first come, first serve in the seatings. Come and enjoy it. We have 2 separate show times for people that have early dining times on the ship and late dining times. And it's a variety of different production shows. We do live musicals. We do also we get variety acts sometimes too. We have a comedy club that caters to those that love comedians, and there's a comedy club atmosphere just like you would get on land. You get it here on the ship, and I mean, we have that game show. We have Hasbro the game show, stuff for the kids. Dr. Seuss is on our ship. There's so much to do. It's just a variety for anybody that's looking for it.
Okay, so let's go back to working the way up the chain. When you got hired initially,
were
you hired as a cruise director and you knew that going in, or were you hired as the entertainment staff or fun squad on Carnival, and you just kind of worked your way up?
Yeah.
What was your expectation going in?
Well, when I started, actually the system was a little bit different. Like I said at the beginning, they used to just call it entertainment staff, and you were hired on as what would be considered just a regular social host. You would actually, when I started too, there was a position just for karaoke. So the person would host karaoke every night. That would be their position. They would just greet the guests in. They would help out with like gangway operations, anything on the side, and then they would host karaoke every night. Well, they changed that, and then a lot of us just became social hosts, and we were hosting trivias, and we were assisting with show watches, so helping the people get in the theater, making sure that the performers are safe when they have to come in the house for their performances. Yeah, it was just, it was like being an MC of a slate of activities. You got the schedule, you made it, you went to the time frame where the activity is supposed to be held. You're on a microphone 24/7. That was your job. And then they changed it a little bit up, and they used to have the assistant cruise director role, which I filled in for a little bit, and you were expected, like, if the cruise director went down, you had to know, you had to be prepared for the moment to step in, and that was your big shot. Now it's different. The system is called Fun Squad, which is a lot better for the hosts for the new hires coming in, because not only is there a checklist that specifically states how they can move up, it's more so that they put a lot of variety into the position. So you're not just doing this, you're not just doing that, but your job encompasses all different sides of entertainment. So you could be one night hosting karaoke and the next night doing the show watch, doing a trivia on the promenade. You could be doing so much stuff, and I think the variety keeps the people coming back and wants people out there, like you guys out there, viewers, maybe you're interested in getting hired for this job just for the sake of, oh man, not only do I want to live on a ship or travel on a ship, but I also want to be in front of people on a microphone. So you work your way up that way, and then it would be, like I said, Fun Squad, and then you work your way up to either a bingo host or a comedy club manager, somebody that runs the back lounge, somebody that the ship can trust. And then after that, they say, you know what, we'd love to test you in the cruise director role, and here you are today, and you've got to do the big shows now, and you've got to do the trivia parties, and that's where it is.
So let's talk about that.
Sure.
Elation, your first ship as a cruise director?
Actually, Victory was my first ship as a cruise director. I did, there's a difference between what they call 1.0 ships and 2.0. Back in the day, they had a lot of older activities, I guess is what they call them now, and shows that had a cast of 12 people instead of just 8 what they have now. And there was only 2 singers, and the rest were all dancers. And they were the big time shows. They were long shows. They were like an hour long. Now they have a lot more variety for people, so the shows are compacted, but it doesn't take away from the quality of the show. And there's an 8-team cast now, so a lot of them are expected to not only be able to dance, but sing as well too. So there's singers that have to dance and dancers that have to sing. So that's the difference now. And when I was on the Victory, it was a great time. It was out of Miami. 3- and 4-day cruises can be very, very quick. The audience can expect sometimes that things be very busy for a short amount of time, and that's what we give them. And when I talk about clothes changes, I was changing my clothes like every hour just for a new activity. So here, it's my second time around, and I felt more prepared. I had the experience last year, and now I feel I'm getting into the groove of things. I'm doing I'm the voice of the ship. I gotta be also the safety side of the ship. So if something goes down, I gotta be one of the first to respond to it. So with basically, when they said in Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. So that's where I'm at now.
Absolutely. So let's talk about life on board. What's life like on board for you as opposed to a crew member that's not a boss? I mean,
sure. Well, I suppose it is a little different. I always think of it like this. If you've ever been to university, if you've ever lived in the dorms, it is a very similar atmosphere. 2 people sharing a room, and that's very true for the crew downstairs as well too. Now, not everybody lives downstairs. If you hear rumors like that, oh, you're all encompassed in one room, there's 5 people in a room, that's crazy. That would never happen. It's 2 people to a room, no matter what department you work in. That's going to be the standardized procedure. Great. It's actually really decent accommodations. Free food. We have dining rooms for ourselves. We have a crew hangout area, recreational area for just us, a gym for ourselves. Most of us still get guest area privileges where we can mingle with you guys and go eat upstairs or eat in the dining rooms when we want. It's fair enough for the team. All team members are trained in safety procedures, so not only do they get to do their own position, but they're going to be asked to do safety when it comes down to it. We do what's called a boat tab drills on the cruises. So every cruise we're doing a different type of drill just to be prepared in case of any emergency. So it's required by maritime law, and it's something that we follow. Yeah, we did one today. Yeah, we did a tab A drill. We simulated what would happen in case of a fire on a ship, and so we had to make sure that the whole crew were around it, and they went through training and assessment at their what they call stations. It's their meeting area. And we just have to make sure that happens. So I'd be the voice of those announcements, and I would make sure that the guests, you guys out there, would know what's going on and be prepared for any situation that would arise. So crew life is actually great. Carnival has really given us the benefits of living in an environment of people just like us. For example, there's a huge Filipino gathering, there's a huge Indian gathering. They seem to make up a majority of the ship in terms of over 60 different nationalities on board. And you get to meet people from your own neighborhood. In terms of Americans, I know that people say, I don't see a lot of Americans on board. Well, I'm American, and I've seen, on average, maybe in my team, it always tends to be entertainment most of the time, but about 11, 12 people that are still on every ship that are still part of your culture. And it's great. And this is what I would advise. If you're looking for a place that you want to be culturally diverse, the ships are the place to be. You will meet people you'll never meet just being in if it's an American out there watching this, being in America and just being in your own neighborhood. You'll meet people from all over the world, and they will change your life. And in fact, when I go on vacation, I have friends all over the place, and I can stay in these places for free just because I know these people.
Where do you go on vacation?
Well, my girlfriend lives in Ireland, and she is a crew member as well too. She works in the youth department. Yeah, she signed off and is on a vacation right now. She's actually cruising with me, and she gets the perks of staying up in the nice cruise director area. But she's from Ireland, and I will go there and we'll stay with her family, and I'll get to explore the world through her eyes. So it's nice. It's different if I was just here and I knew I had an American partner or something, and I didn't get to see that much. But I will tell you that relationships happen very often on the ships.
Is it hard when they happen and then you get a new contract? And
yeah, you really have to make it work if you want to make it work. Yes, they do work. Yeah, I know people that have met on the ships and are still married years later, have kids, live in that country, and it's possible. Like, for example, I have a great friend who is a bar staff on this ship, and he has like 3 kids back home and a wife, and he's from the Philippines, and he's working hard to make the money here. He sends it back home, and it's really it's not easy for him to have to look at his family through a phone. I'll tell you that much. That life can be hard, and you do have to make sacrifices when you work the ships, but he's willing to do it for the right reasons, I guess. And he comes here with a great attitude, and he loves the guests, and you know, that's the life he's chosen, and it's a good life for him, and it's a good life for us.
I find that, just from my experience as an outsider looking in, that a lot of the people I meet have relationships on board, but also a lot of people come on board and have a whole family back from where they're from.
Yes.
That they only see like once every 6 months.
It's true, yeah.
And obviously you can't attest to that, how hard that would be.
Yeah.
But I couldn't imagine, you know, the dedication to your job and to your family, to be able to give that up and know that you're only going to see your family every so often to make sure that they're secure and enjoy the maritime life. Yeah,
it's true. Like I said, you're going to make some sacrifices, but you make them for the right reasons. I mean, I can still keep we are still allowed, Carnival does a great job to keep us in touch with our families. If we need something, we'll get it from Carnival. It's great. They never hesitate. So I will tell you this, I could see where it'd be very hard for somebody that has that family lifestyle and they don't want to give it up to travel. But when you're talking about doing something you love, whether it be entertainment, whether it be you want to be a bar manager, a food manager, you want to work your way through the outlet to be a boss, like I could see it be so, the sacrifice would be so worth it in the end. And we still find ways to connect with our families. Granted, yeah, we miss anniversaries, we miss people getting married, people getting born, people dying. Actually,
there's a morgue on board, right?
There is a morgue on board. Yeah, there is a morgue on board. There is also a jail on board as well too. It's behind the scenes stuff you don't get to see, and hopefully you never get to see. Yeah, but before I started my first week as cruise director here, I found out 20 minutes prior to the welcome aboard show that my grandma had passed away, and this was a couple cruises ago. Thanks. And it was a tough thing, and there was a decision that had to be made. Do I go home and or do I stay? And a lot of my family were like, you know, she would want you to stay here. This is your shot now. This is your opportunity. So
just getting your promotion.
Yeah, just getting my promotion to do this. And a lot of people gave me a lot of support from the office and said, we want to see what you can do, and I thank them for that. And yeah, it's worked out so far. And I feel bad not going home, but at the same time, I understand that when I get back there, I'll be able to catch up on what happened. So.
And I'm sure this was a big moment for her when you got promoted.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I'm for sure. And it felt like she was there.
Chance,
yeah,
sure
she was there. Yeah, she would say the same thing. Yeah.